live out of New Orleans, Louisiana. This is Watching the Skies live coverage starting soon. Okay, hello everyone. Right now we're just setting up GR2 and that, but right now the time is 7:38 p.m. Central Time, and we currently have a life-threatening situation ongoing. The Storm Prediction Center has used violent tornado wording from one of their discussions, and just moments ago we just had a very large tornado in Oklahoma, and now there's another one developing in Texas. See right there. That was that's currently the tornado right there. Just that's going to be moving now to the northeast there, or is moving due east towards Krieta, but now it's going to be moving to the northeast. Should remain just west of Atlas. It is a PDS tornado warning, broadcast media confirmed tornado. And right now, it's kind of trying to take an occluding shape where it's starting to curve more to the north here. And yeah, and as you can see, there's that little hole there. So this tornado is probably also rain wrapped. That tornado is still on the ground based off debris that we were picking up in the air on the left hand side of your screen. And that warning will remain in effect until 8:15 p.m. Central Time. Going over down here to this tornado warning near Texas. This is also a PDS tornado warning. This one just developed here. If we go back, it doesn't let me go all the way back, but before it had a very strong signature on it. I don't see that signature anymore. However, a PDS tornado warning is still in effect. And this storm will be making a dangerous close up to Marquez. So if you're in that area, you need to seek shelter now. This warning will be in effect till 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And also one of my mics broke, so I might sound a bit different, and as I'm trying to put this together. But yeah, over here in Nebraska, we do have 2 observed tornado warnings in effect. One of them up to the north here near Paxton. This is moving to the east at 25 miles an hour. This will remain in effect till 8:15 p.m. Central. A tornado has been indicated on the ground. Again, that rotation seems a bit more broader now, but you can see that tiny couplet that's trying to kick up here on the county line. Going to the south, we also have this other tornado warning that's in effect south of Madrid. This is moving to the east at 30 miles an hour. Will remain in effect till 7 o'clock p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And again, that's going to be moving due east at 30 miles an hour. And also we do have that tornado warning over here and North Carolina. This is over by Hoese Village, moving to the east at 20 miles an hour. Will remain in effect till 9:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We also have that classic couplet that you would see just north of the village there. And the new scan, it looks like the rotation has dissipated, but that's something we'll keep an eye on. Going over to see if we can get our team together now. I'm gonna go ahead and ping the team here. Again, a PDS tornado warning still remains in effect. Yeah, right here. That is the tornado right there. Multiple photographs have confirmed that this is a large tornado on the ground, and it is still on the ground based off radar here. If you are in, if you are between Atlas and East Duke, you need to seek shelter now. A tornado is on the way, and based off the photos we are receiving, it is a large tornado on the ground. Let's go ahead and get you your road information here. We're still setting things up here. Alrighty. I was going to get your road information here regarding the storm. And you need to seek shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. You need to avoid windows, get underground if you can, and do anything that you can to protect your body. This will be approaching on Highway 62. It's going to be approaching on Highway 62 west of Atlas and east of East Duke. So if you're in between there, you need to seek shelter right now. For your and then there's going to be mainly over rural areas of central Jackson County. So seek shelter now. And again, we also have that PDS tornado warning over there by Texas, in Texas there, near Marquez. Again, moving to the east at 15 miles an hour, so it's moving more slowly. Right now, that's going to be approaching. That's going to be approaching on. Let's go ahead and get that pulled up here. But yeah, if you're in the path of, if you're in Marquez, you need to seek shelter now. This is going to be nearing Highway 7. It might parallel the highway there, but if you're on Highway 7 west of Marquez, you need to seek shelter now and pull off the road. Pull off the road into a sturdy shelter. I do notice that that is a rural area, so you can do two things here: pull over, duck under the windows, or find a nearby ditch if you can. But if you do find a building to seek shelter in, you need to seek shelter in that building. I'm gonna see if we can get new information here. And yeah, we do have another photograph here. It is a monster tornado. I'll go ahead and post that in the chat there, because again, we can't share it on stream. But I'll go ahead and post it here in the chat. There is that tornado right now. And again, the SPC did highlight the probabilities of more stronger to potentially violent tornadoes with this event. And yeah, right now that's going to be moving right up onto the highway there for this tornado over here. This is still on the ground. Again, we got a photograph 4 minutes ago as this tornado is approaching on Highway 62. And yeah, it is still on the ground. This should remain west of Highway 6 there. And again, that's going to be over central Jackson County. And yeah, that's about across the highway here at any moment. And as you can see on the left, you can see that debris signature that we would see with a tornado. Let me turn on my desktop. Okay, let me turn on my desktop audio. Okay, there we go.
Because News 9 zoomed in, and then you could see all the streets that it was going over.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And again, there could be farmsteads out there. So again, if you're in the rural areas of central Jackson County, you need to seek shelter now.
And there is currently a Dow scanning the storm, too.
Yeah. And again, that's approaching on highway. That's going to be approaching on, oh wait, the GR2 disappeared again. Highway 62. I'm going to get GR2 back up. Okay, there we go.
Did you mention that the SPC was issued that Mesoscale discussion saying that the violent tornado is going to continue?
Yep.
Yeah. You don't see that very often from the Storm Prediction Center, so.
And again, that like this is the reason why you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared for any event, even if it's a slight risk or enhanced.
Oh, it's occluding. It's hooking to the northwest.
Yeah, as it's crossing the Highway 52
This cell isn't
and
over, though,
62. Yeah,
as the SPC said that they expect multiple cycles from this in the downstream environment.
yeah,
It wouldn't surprise me if they even issue a downstream tornado watch more into Oklahoma to further the threat of this storm.
yeah. Speaking of which, let me pull up all the tornado watches that we have on the GR2 here. And we have that tornado watch down there. That'll be I accidentally turned off city names. Let me get that turned back on. And it's all the way down just north of College Station. We also get that other tornado watch in southwestern Oklahoma that extends all the way down to just north of Junction there. We got that severe thunderstorm watch up there where we do have two radar indicated tornadoes.
Should put it away then.
News 9 did say that trees have been decimated by the tornado.
Yeah, I think Val Castor did report that the tornado possibly stalled on what looked to be something too large to be a barn, and he thinks it may have been a house. But he said whatever it was, it got decimated by the tornado. It stalled over it.
Yeah, and now we do have photos coming in of ground scarring from the tornado.
It does not surprise me.
Yeah, again, this is a very violent tornado.
It definitely was. I think the peak that I saw it get on radar scope at least, it had a VROT over 105 knots. SPC also said it had a VROT of around 105 knots. Um, the strongest gate-to-gate winds I saw it get to was I think 247 miles per hour, but it could have possibly been stronger.
Yeah, and right now that tornado is stalling over Highway 63 right now.
Yeah.
We do have a extended tornado warning down here from that PDS, and now including Marquez. In rotation, the rotation is not as prominent as it once was, but again, that has a history of producing a tornado. It looks like a strong one too that it produced. That's gonna be approaching on Marquez here. So if you're Marquez, you need to seek shelter now.
Hello, Tristan.
Hello, Tristan.
I don't know if you know, but we're getting pictures coming in of some pretty bad ground scarring from the tornado.
This tornado was built from a mesoscale merger. I watched the whole thing go off, and not only that, but Nebraska has had several confirmed tornadoes. We had another PDS in Texas. There is an enhanced risk of severe weather for up north for damaging straight line winds.
Yeah, right.
So we got to focus on multiple fronts.
Yeah, I've
But I
been.
will say, at this point, they should just put a 5 second Oklahoma every day at this point because what is going on?
Yeah, so right now, going back up to Nebraska here, the rotation on the northern storm south of Paxton, not as prominent as it once was. In fact, I think it's nearly dissipated. But the main thing to keep in mind, though, is that this is a very far out, so it could easily still be
But that's a
rotating.
comma head.
You could easily still be rotating here on both of these storms. In fact, I did pick up a rotation here, and this is a more closer view at the storm. Yeah,
Hey, Tristan.
there's that
Take a look
rotation.
at weather discussion, Tristan. That's what the tornado looked like a little bit ago.
Yeah, that's gonna be south of Easley right there, Elsley. Moving to the
That's
east, very
pretty
broad
scary
rotation,
looking.
and
I
there's a
really hope everybody is okay that got hit by this tornado.
yeah. I do want to point out that we do have a hooking storm right here on the southern part of this line here. That is actually under a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning due to that rotation that's trying to kick up there. That will be north of Imperial, Nebraska.
Oh.
I'm just Oklahoma did it again.
And as you can see right there, time is 7:52. We're going to go back down to Oklahoma, where again we do have that large tornado that seems to be occluding, trying to occlude.
It's trying. It's staying strong, though, I'll say that. It's really not wanting to die.
The environment
Yeah.
is just that.
Yeah, right now the correlation coefficient does show that there's no debris being lofted, but keep in mind this is over open fields, but again there's trees right under it, so
Also,
maybe that is a
Tyler,
sign. Go ahead.
this also had twin tornadoes earlier, so
Yeah, I
Yeah,
and
saw
then
that.
one
yeah,
today.
they were both bad too.
Yeah, I've been tracking this before for like 20 to 30 minutes before we decided to do this
Before the
emergency
tornado
stream.
even formed, watching it.
Yeah. And yeah, it looks like it is starting to occlude, and we're going to see if it does try reforming here soon, which the SBC does expect it to.
I would expect a couple more cycles from this.
Honestly, given the way that this is performing, I don't think the nighttime capping inversion is going to stop it for a little while after something. It has such a strong mesocyclone from the mergers.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get the headline set up.
Your storm
Something
relative, your storm
something
relative
that
to
I
list.
did not notice is so we all know they rated Greenfield EF4 from yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Well, they said that the tornado caused at least EF4 damage, which makes it an EF4 plus.
Yeah, and again, Greenfield was part of that event that we covered last time.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. I think everyone's heard about it by this point because it's pretty much international news.
Pretty much what the EF4 plus or them saying at least EF4 damage means they may be trying to hone down an area that might have higher damage potential. And we haven't had a tornado of such rating since the Mayfield tornado, 2021.
Actually, no. In terms of how well built those homes are, since I'm starting to get confident since rolling forward.
The anchor bolts are bent all the way down to the concrete slab, which
Yeah.
is not something you
Yeah.
see very
Right.
often.
Yeah. Right now, I'm just tracking this area of interest over here by Streeter. Right now, it's looking also trying to kick up some rotation here, but it's also very discreet. But
Then the
not in the
comma
best
head feature in
environment though. Not in a good environment though.
the
But
comma head in Nebraska and this super. There are two comma heads doing tornado warnings and a supercell with an inflow notch. Okay, Nebraska.
and we also have that other severe thunderstorm warning over there by Henderson. There's 10 of them. 10 of severe thunderstorm warnings.
Flashwood warning. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
I mean, well, we never want to see flooding, but it's better than what's going on right
Yeah, again,
now.
bare minimum severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Based off the radar, I think they're just going to drop that completely here soon. That's going to be over New London.
Oh, I found a picture of the twins, if y'all want to see it.
Yeah, I'll go and take a look.
North Platte continued tornado warning. Nebraska.
There you go. There's a picture of it.
Right, let me scroll down. Yeah, that's a... Wow.
Yeah,
How
I'm
many times has this part of Oklahoma done this?
Yeah, I'm going to
a
go ahead and
lot.
put that in the chat here if you want to look at the photo that we were looking at.
I
Like
know,
3 to
Noah. I'm
5
in the middle of
times this
something.
year?
Yeah, and right now, looks like I do... Let's see here. I think I do see where that rotation might be trying to redevelop here. It looks like it tried redeveloping here southwest of Atlas here. And something we're going to definitely keep a very close eye on. And again, the SPC did highlight that this storm in particular could form more tornadoes and these cycles
Yeah.
here. And right now we're tracking the area of interest southwest of Atlas now. You want to point out that the tornado warning up here, over here by Nebraska, the southernmost one did get dropped. The northern one is still in effect. That's a part of that comma head.
Did you guys know that the storm that produced the violent tornado was over 60,000 feet tall?
60,000 feet.
Yeah,
Wow.
tall tornado.
Again, there's that comma head that's Tristan highlighted. We're also tracking this area here. It looked like it tried kicking up some rotation here. The National Weather Service did notice that as well and put out a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning.
Alright, guys. Norman continues the tornado warning is no longer PDS. However, the tornado warning says that this. That, so it says at 7:57 p.m., a storm with a history of significant tornadoes was just southwest of
Atlas.
at
Atlas moving northeast at 20 miles an hour.
yeah.
An additional tornado was located between Atlas and Duke with erratic motion.
Yeah, erratic
Still
motion.
twins.
Again. When is
Yeah, and there's that, I think it just popped up. Yeah, there we go. So if you're in Hedrick, Humphreys, Friendship, and Atlas, you need to seek shelter now. That tornado has a history of producing a violent tornado. I'm just gonna say that. Violent tornado with multiple tornadoes as well. And again, they highlighted. I think this is the rotation that they're highlighting right now, southwest of Atlas here.
you know the worst part is?
Yeah.
We still got Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, and we'll be live for those two events, definitely. You also got
But
that.
Yeah.
but Tyler, if Oklahoma could do this without any help, I
I worry.
Yeah, we also got some storms that are firing here. So far, I don't think we should be too concerned tornadically here, but again, there's some storms that might produce some severe weather over here, northeast of Wichita here. One of them is actually severe thunderstorm warned.
I know this might be a bold prediction. Get ready for a potential tornado warning in Kansas from a cell that's already looking.
Where in Kansas?
Oh.
Eastern Kansas.
Is it the storms I was just highlighting?
I think
It,
so.
it's
Let's
like
see.
southwest of Emporia. That's the ones I'm tracking.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to do anything tornadic.
Well, they're splitting right now. We'll see, but those are definitely they're already getting some hooks. They're trying to feel the energy in the atmosphere. I could see it.
Yeah, Tristan, how good is the environment out there in that general area?
I don't have a sounding, but I do have SPC analysis. Give me a second here. And remember, just because the SP analysis is lower than predicted doesn't mean anything because we didn't get the full Oklahoma environment until a sounding.
Yeah.
So I need to let people know that okay, so for 4,500 first of all, which is very bad. Surface-based Cape, your low-level lapse rates are 6.5 to 7. Your mid-level lapse rates are 7.5 to 8. Your storm relative felicity is 50 at the 500 meter, so an isolated pocket of really good shear. Surface to 1 kilometer, though, is only 50. I don't believe. Yeah, the other shears are kind of a little
The
weaker,
new
which
day
I
one
don't believe.
outlook has been issued.
What's the risk?
The enhanced risk got expanded heavily into central Iowa.
Did they
It
upgrade
But
the
looks
there
like the
still
tornado
may change
potential
probability?
slight.
for. Let me take a look. But I would definitely assume a lot of that's encompassed by a 30 sig wind, given that models have been showing a really nice Boeing MCS.
We also got a new flash flood watch in effect for parts of the Omaha metro with this complex coming in tonight.
Yeah, we also got a severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possible for Andrews and Topton. That means that tornado warning in North Carolina will be expired.
Has the low level jet hit yet, or is it gonna be a late low level jet tonight? We know. Uh,
Oh no, I think I think Storm Team will have to check there.
We have three 5% areas.
ooh.
Let's
Interesting.
go. I'm gonna go ahead and get that pulled up with that new.
I'm getting it put in the weather discussion area. There's the tornado risk area.
So QLCS tornadoes with the Nebraska, Kansas, and Iowa one, the supercell by itself in Texas and Oklahoma, and then potentially another supercell by itself in Texas. Is
That's that one that produced that other really strong tornado over by Waco.
Yeah, and
That
there.
other PDS.
Yeah, it just popped up that tornado probabilities there.
And yep, it was a 30 sig wind that expanded that enhanced risk in the central Iowa, the Des Moines metro now and that.
Do you think they can put a local moderate, or this is how much they can do now?
Well, it's only this is the last outlook of the day, so they can't do anything now.
Yeah.
Could it perform like a local 45?
Well, we'll see. It's a very mature bow that the models are showing. So I mean, it's not out of the question.
Yeah, right now it looks like the rotation there that was southwest of Atlas has gotten more broader, but again, I feel like it's gonna try doing more. I think it's gonna try doing tornado genesis again at some point.
No, it probably will.
Yeah,
It wouldn't surprise me.
and
What?
these storms look like they're
Hang
moving.
on, I'm streaming right now.
Okay, wait, let's
I'll be
go
right
over.
back.
Okay, let's go over to.
T-watt values are about 1.6 in Oklahoma, widespread 1.1 to 1.2 around the risk zone. That can support flash flooding with slow moving storms. That's what's happening in Oklahoma. That makes perfect sense. Teacup
Yeah,
size hail reported 3.5 measured by a storm chaser 4 miles east of Madrid. Perkins County, Nebraska. A storm chaser confirmed it.
yeah, yeah. Here's that view of that developing line over here in southwestern Nebraska here. And Tristan, is this line over here in southwestern Nebraska going to be like the main part of the wind event later on?
Yes. I don't know if Storm Team can confirm that. Yeah.
So yeah, again, that's something we'll watch later on as that chugs to the east.
And real quick, while we have quick time, because
Yeah,
luckily the tornado warning has gone radar indicated in Oklahoma.
go ahead.
That doesn't mean a tornado's not on the ground. Don't no one get fooled by that. Still take your tornado precautions. Like there was a violent tornado on the ground with the history of the supercell, but there is not enough evidence to promote it. And real quick, Tyler, I got to get this off
Yeah,
because
go
we
ahead.
only got 10 minutes of time. We also got the first AOI of the hurricane season in the Atlantic.
Yeah, and
Yep. So we'll be monitoring that for the first storm of the year.
and again, we'll have more information regarding that area of interest and that forecasting show that we're probably going to start here probably in early June is when I want to target.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like
Tornado
right
season's
now,
been
I do want to point out that south of Atlas right here, it looks like it is trying to come together again over here. I mean, just to make sure that isn't like outside of the storm kind of stuff. Because yeah, reflectivity is behind by about 1 to 2 minutes, so this could
tornado
be
warning.
the new
Oh,
rotation here. Go ahead, Tristan.
tornado warning canceled for Keith, Lincoln, and Perkins County in Nebraska. They have expired it.
Yeah, they have
Or is
expired
that
that.
an old tornado warning? Or is it? Wait a sec. Oh, I make sure my information.
We also do got some hail reports coming in with that storm there as well. Again, these storms look like they're moving very slow on the radar. I mean, this is about 20 to 30 minutes of radar data, and it looks like it's barely moved. That's why we have that flash flood warning as well.
The Texas storm that was is over 600% more than normal. Saturated ground in Texas is only moving at 15. I wouldn't be surprised to see a flash flood warning over there very soon. It's in P-watts of like. Let me check. P-watt values of. Let me change the sector. P-watt values of 2 inches. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Flood advisory for Mason, Texas, until 10 o'clock. San
Alrighty.
Angelo.
Yeah, and right now that area that we're gonna be watching here for tornado genesis, that will be located. Let me go ahead and get it pulled up because I do not know what happened to my map. I don't know what just happened to the radar either. And there we go. Needs to stop vanishing like that.
It just stole your radar image like mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I updated OBS, so I think that's probably why.
We only have 3 tornado warnings left, but that could always change with an environment like this.
Yeah,
I'm guessing there's another one. No, thank
the area we'll be watching this area will be Highway 283.
Uh, Power is out in West Altus.
I do think that Texas and Oklahoma will start becoming capped during the night. The question is, how will the supercell react to that? Especially since it doesn't have any more real I don't believe it doesn't have any more mergers to absorb. If I'm correct on that, Storm, I might.
The environment's also really good. It's not just the mergers that are priming the storm.
I know, but also we gotta realize that no, there is one merger left. It could on the supercell to the west, but if it moves as slow as the normal supercell, I don't think they'll do a merger. We'll see though. But if it does do a merger, it will likely be constructive, and we're gonna have one more good tornado on the ground in Oklahoma, most likely. So I would say one to actually there might be another one for me right now without another merger. There might be a hook echo to the Western Storm. They
Um,
both might be hook echoing.
Western Storm?
Both Oklahoma supercells. Like if you widen it out with the two next to each other, you see two hooks starting to form.
Yeah.
Three hooks actually. Look at the one in the west. Three. Ooh, this is a training area of supercells, isn't it? Oh, all right. Well, our tornado threat ain't over.
Even though we're slowly going down in tornado warnings,
I
again,
think Oklahoma's gonna survive for a while.
yeah, the
Nebraska's
SPC,
gonna likely.
yeah, the SPC highlighted that
Um,
this area will last for a while tornadically.
is there a tornado warning in Tennessee? Let me
Uh,
make sure I'm wrong about. Oh no, it's in North Carolina.
if so,
Oh,
then
it's over. It
yeah,
already expired. Okay, good.
yeah, that was there at the start of the stream. Didn't really do much though, thankfully.
Thankfully, we've had enough chaos with the Midwest. We don't need North Carolina.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that got downgraded to like a severe thunderstorm warning too. Yeah, new severe thunderstorm warning regarding this massive area of storms here, now including Cold Springs and Hedrick and Friendship. Tornado possible, 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying Dodge City on 2016 and Norman looked similar. We got some interesting data coming out of analysis storm.
A
Let me
severe
send it to you.
thunderstorm warning has been issued in Nebraska. This storm contains 3-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
3-inch hail.
Yep.
Let's go up there.
That's the comparison between Dodge City in 2016 and that 2% and Oklahoma tonight. Very similar. Very interesting.
Yeah, destructive severe thunderstorm warning is in effect over here, including Grayton, and Wallace is slightly in that. That's mainly over rural areas of northwestern Hayes County, and southwestern Lincoln County, and also southeastern. Hold up, it's not loading up the county information. And southeastern Perkins County. There we go. Yeah, that is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for 3-inch hail. Again, we're also tracking the probability of it trying to become tornadic here. Southwest of northwest of Hayes Center.
Oh, we just got a PNS come in from the public weather statement of a max rating of an EF2 tornado from yesterday from National Weather Service Dallas Fort Worth. The Temple tornado rated 120 miles per hour.
120 miles an hour.
30 injuries, no deaths.
Good to know there was no deaths. Yeah, again, the SPC now has 3 different areas of like 5% tornado probabilities.
And 2 of them are 1 supercell.
Yeah.
This year has my.
It's been weird.
And there's that new tornado warning over there. That's an extension right there, including Hedrick, Humphreys, and Friendship. And that's in effect till 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. On top of the tornado, 2-inch hail is also occurring. This is moving east at 10 miles an hour, so very slow moving. Again, you can see that also on the radar. Like, these storms have barely moved in the last hour of radar data that I have available.
One good thing, I'm glad that mass casualty in Temple was not fatal. That's very good to hear.
Tornado warning as will expire in Nebraska.
That's good.
So we only have 2 fishy supercells. Are they going to catch the fish of an outfall boundary or a merger? Are they going to produce? See.
Yeah, those and going back to those severe thunderstorms over there northeast of Wichita, Kansas, that's gonna be making its way towards Emporia. Only 2 of these are severe thunderstorm warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail moving northeast at 25 miles an hour. It's gonna come in waves too, especially for your people in Matfield Green. You just got done with that second storm, and you got a third one on the way.
.68 meters per second.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the storm is trying to cycle produce another tornado. The question is, will it?
The one in Oklahoma?
Is this now competing with it's competing with 200 supercells in the way?
Alright, guys, if I'm reading the data properly from the tornado that just occurred in Oklahoma, that violent one, Dow picked up wind speeds of at least 215 miles per hour.
215 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Also, storm. There are 3 supercells competing for the environment in Oklahoma.
Well, we just gotta hope if they end up merging, just hope they're destructive.
I constructive with the way they're hooking.
Again,
We better hope not.
I mean, with the hook echo forming, I would think it is. Also,
Man,
new
you
bigger
are the
flash
bearer
flood
of bad
warning.
news.
New massive flash flood warning just got
Flood
issued.
warning. That's not surprising at all.
Yeah, those storms are moving slowly. That will remain in effect till 3:15 a.m. Friday.
I wonder what the wind gusts were in the cores.
And I want to
Likely
point
only
out
60.
that there is one major benefit and one major con about how slow these because of how slow these storms are moving. The benefit is that tornado wise here, because of how slow moving it is going to struggle to hit places if it does reform because of how slow it's moving. But the major con is that yeah, flash
Flooding and
flooding.
a snare out twist. Those are your two cons.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't hit out, well, I mean, there's houses all around the area. I don't think there's a actual benefit at all.
Yeah, but like 99% of these are like open field looking at the satellite here. Don't see any main structures. But having it over mainly open field is better than having it core through a city directly.
It's true. I think the velocity is trying to come. It's trying, but will it?
Yeah, it tried like 2 times before and failed, so we're gonna see if it works here. Hopefully it doesn't.
Tornado warning still in effect? Jesus. I'm talking about for Texas. How is it Texas still even looking? No, it doesn't look that bad. Okay.
Just waiting to see what this storm does here. And that tornado warning will remain in effect until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time, moving east at 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, we got a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for 2.75-inch hail for that same supercell.
Wait, and the tornado warned one?
The one to the west of it, actually.
I'm gonna get that pulled up. Oh yeah, baseball size 260 mile per hour wind gusts. That's gonna be over McQueen here soon, and we'll eventually make
We
its
got
way into
one
East Duke.
supercell being tornadic, and then behind it, there's a hailer. Both with flash flooding capabilities and some damage
Yeah, from how
capabilities.
slow it's moving. So right now we're tracking to see if it does try
A cluster of
reforming.
supercells. That's what we're tracking. A cluster of 1, 2, maybe 3 supercell. I think it's 3 considering it has double hook, but it might be 2. One smaller one to the west being a hail producer. And oh yeah, that's going to merge if you look at it carefully, Tyler.
Yeah,
Those two are gonna merge.
Alright, Norman continued the
Storm,
severe thunderstorm warning, and it's now 3-inch hail over there in the
storm.
Norman's CWA. What?
We're having one more merger. Get ready for a constructive merger.
Oh, Altus is currently getting 3-inch hail.
Wait, that other supercell is also producing
3-inch hail
Dolphin?
now. Yeah, Altus.
What
It
the?
just got updated to 3-inch.
It did. So we got two destructives right next to each other with a potential constructive merger for another big
Mm-hmm.
tornado.
yeah.
Oklahoma moment, guys. This is a slight risk, definitely.
I thought they were gonna go enhanced for this area, to be honest. I
They
thought they
just
would have.
didn't know how many supercells were gonna fire. And to be fair, they were right. These are the only few supercells.
Yeah.
But the environment was capable of significant hazards, and clearly we're seeing it at full display.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't issue a slight risk or flash flooding for southwestern Oklahoma. New up.
I think they thought the storms were gonna be moving faster today. To be honest. Oh, I'll be back. I gotta go pull pizza out of the oven.
Alright,
New mesoscale discussion.
go ahead and read it.
I'm gonna give you the here you go on coverage chat. There you go.
Alright, let's go get that pulled up.
This is concerning Nebraska.
Alrighty, I got it pulled up.
A severe threat is expected to continue for several more hours across southwestern and south central Nebraska. It may affect parts of central and eastern Nebraska late this evening. Large hail, severe wind gusts, and an isolated tornado threat will be possible. New weather watch issuance will be needed to the east of the ongoing watch. It will likely be severe thunderstorm unless they get confident in more QLCS tornadoes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing potential. The latest HI resolution radar imagery from Hastings, Nebraska showed a short, intense line segment just to the west of North Platte. This storm complex is located on the northwestern edge of a strongly unstable air mass, where surface dew points are in the lower 60s Fahrenheit, and the RAP is estimating mid-level Cape in the 2,000 to 3,000 joules per kilogram range. The line will continue to move east-southeastward along the northern edge of the air mass in south central Nebraska over the next few hours. RAP forecast soundings in south central Nebraska has 0 to 6 kilometers, shear around 40 knots, with the 700 to 500 millibar layer in the atmosphere of lapse rates near 7.5 Celsius per kilometer. This should continue to support supercell development with the potential for large hail. However, linear mode may be favored as the line of strong to severe storms expands and it moves eastward into central and eastern Nebraska. Severe wind gusts are expected with the more intense parts of the line from Broyles and Thompson. Mesoscale this. So they're
Yep.
expecting the classic linear, the lapse rate 12 damaging winds, QLCS tornado.
Yep.
Not surprising given this year.
Yeah, let's go back to that tornado. Oh, a tornado warning over there, my Marquez.
I do want to point out, Tyler, I don't know if you noticed this either. Every time we've had a nice QLCS rest to the north, supercells will just randomly use the environment to the south.
Yeah,
Is there a correlation there that we can study later on for future forecasts? I think there is.
potentially, or it's something that's already discovered and we just don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Sometimes I feel like we know, people think we know the planes. We don't. No matter how much we study, we're never going to be 100% in forecasting. That's what makes meteorology both fun and annoying at the same time. It's the
yes,
new observed tornado warning. A confirmed
Yep.
tornado is located 14 miles southwest of Wallace, or 60 miles northwest of Hale Center, moving east at 15 miles an hour. Hayes County, Nebraska. Is that a comma head feature? I guess it
Nebraska.
is. It is.
Yeah, let's go back to Nebraska. We got a observed tornado warning there. In fact, I think that is the same storm that I've been watching for quite a while.
It's always the comma head.
Let's go ahead and check that storm out here. That's going to be rolling on up there into okay, let's find it here. I think this is it right here, just east of the highway. And it's going to be moving to the east at 15 miles an hour. And that'll be in effect till 9:15 p.m. at Central Time. And yeah, that is a weather spotter confirmed tornado that is not radar confirmed / radar indicated. So you need to seek shelter now if you're in Hayes Center or areas north, and mainly in the rural areas of northwestern Hayes County.
I am guessing it does not have to breathe. I'm just curious.
Hey guys, looking weather discussion. I just found our radar image of the year.
Let's go ahead and look.
That's crazy.
National Weather Service in Dallas Fort Worth has issued a tornado warning for Leon County till 9:50 a.m. A severe storm capable of producing a tornado is located 9 miles southwest of Buffalo or 20 miles south of Tioga, moving east at 20 miles an hour.
I'm guessing that's that lone supercell that won't die. Yep.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
that radar data from earlier in the storm that was near Creata.
Yes, Tristan.
It looks like an eye of a hurricane.
Yeah,
In the center.
that's how well defined that vortex hole was.
How many
Yeah,
vortex holes have we had this year?
a
A
lot.
couple. Yeah,
This does not
and those are
feel like a
typically quite
normal
rare to
plane.
get too.
This does not feel like a normal planes.
Yeah, and on the northern side, there's 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And I do want to point out that I was looking at the tornado reports, and we're on par with 2017 and also on 2019.
Yeah.
Also, we just reported a wind gust to 70 miles an hour. I'm rounding it up since it says 70.2 at the Imperial Mississippi, Nebraska. I'm guessing that is an airport.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. So wind gust of 70 miles an hour. I'm gonna guess this from the comma head, since that would be the only area that I would expect those right now.
Yeah, new tornado warning including Flo, Centerville, Buffalo, and Joliet. It's going to be moving to the north. Actually, they have it moving east at 20 miles an hour. But on the radar data, it's moving more northeast. Um, but yeah, that will be in effect until 9:15 p.m. Central Time. And the rotation is just west of
Well,
Joliet.
their trees have been annihilated, and ground scouring has already been found.
All right,
Yeah,
guys. I was correct when I read the data from the Dow. Um, I made an estimate of possibly 215 miles per hour that they sampled. They said that they sampled winds in excess of 210 miles per hour at least. So that is now
Jackson,
confirmed.
Kiowa, Tillman County, and Oklahoma. This has been a supercell that has a history of a violent tornado. Violent tornadoes. Strong to violent. And tornado warning continues. Treated as if it was on the ground. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Humphreys, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Treat this like a tornado on the ground, because that's the history we've had today.
yeah. Do you notice it's trying to ball out a hook right now?
It also is
Mhm.
kind of storm. Is this just me? Or does that look damaging straight line wind beginner too, with the way that northern Periphery is going straight?
It might.
It's trying to do some damaging winds too.
Yeah, I noticed two hooks trying to form right now.
I'm very curious to see if they'll up a severe thunderstorm warning to 70, depending on radar. San Angelo, new severe thunderstorm warning, or the continuation of one. That's a baby supercell. You're adorable, but not our topic. Sorry.
Yeah, again, right now that is that storm that had hit Syria producing a violent tornado near Atlas. That's gonna be slowly crawling its way eastward, and who's joined?
Yep.
Wildfire's joined.
And so far, I've really Oklahoma did it again. I really hope that the supercells are competing for the environment, and it's not going to be as conducive, and they're not going to go for a merger. But I have a feeling one more merger is going to happen.
Yeah, and we do have some damaging wind damage reports out here. 3-inch tree limbs broken, shingles blown off. Okay, so for this storm over here by McQueen and East Duke, they have put tennis ball size 260-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but they also added this storm is producing large hail. Seek shelter now in a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. And that warning will be in effect until 2:15. I mean, wait, no, 9:15 p.m. Central Time. I was looking at something else.
Jackson County, Oklahoma Mesonet reported damaging wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, 3 miles south of Atlas. Yep, there it is. That was at 8:30, so that was only 2 minutes ago. So I was right. Damaging winds are going on down there in some consistency.
Yep, and yep, there's that report that just popped out on my end too.
Yep, me too.
I have a feeling the storm is redoing itself. Damage to a number of buildings at the Lake Palestine Resort. Pictures relayed by NWS Shreveport, a National Weather Service employee 1 mile southwest of Coffee City in Henderson County, Texas. I want coffee. 2 days in a row now. But yeah, we got three. Wow.
Yeah, I'm mainly looking at this hook that's trying to curl up right now, southwest of Atlas.
But there's also
That was a
put
part
that
of the
comment
merger,
head.
Tristan.
That might be a merger. No, I don't think it is.
No,
Oh
there was
yes,
a
because there's a little shower that just popped up to the east. Yes.
yeah, there was a storm to the west of the storm near Atlas, and it merged with this one, and now it's balling up into the hook.
I was talking about the one to the west of it, but okay, it looks like a new storm just popped up immediately and helped the mesocyclone. Is that an outflow boundary ahead of it?
I think so.
Hello?
Is it that the one near Elmer?
I think so. Here's the thing though, normally that means the storm is doing cold outflow, which would normally not help tornado formation unless it was eating it, but it also went through a merger. I am quite curious of what the storm does now.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep an eye on this storm here, and again, you can see those
So it had a
powerful.
destructive and constructive. So it had a neutral merger, either way.
Interesting.
Yeah, and there's that we're picking up very strong wind speeds near a Hedrick too.
I'm very curious to see what that supercell to the west does to this storm now.
Yeah,
It's gonna. That's a little more damaging wind. Yeah, look at the way it pushes. I think it did go outflow dominant, which is a good thing. I love that. But then we got a merger to the west. After that merger, and if we don't get another one on the ground, I think if we had any area that could produce a tornado, I don't think it would be that hook. I actually think it might be near Snyder with the way that merger happened.
yeah,
As you can see, the top area is rotating more than the southern one. Can you see on the velocity, Tyler? The one near
yes.
Snyder instead of the southeast? Yep. So we get another tornado. It will be for that new tornado warning
New
for
tornado warning.
Nebraska, Lincoln County in Nebraska.
Yep.
Severe thunderstorm cable producing a tornado was located 10 miles north of Dickens. Thank you for the name. Or 60 miles southwest of North Platte, moving northeast at 25 miles an hour.
And that's
And
another warning, not the extended one of that tore arc to the south.
what does it look like to you? Does it look like a new circulation's forming near Snyder while the southern area is going more damaging wind?
I don't know.
This is a very these supercells this year have been weird. Oh, they're not even enhanced for damaging wind. You serious?
Yeah, it looks like a tried going tornadic here southwest of Atlas, but
And then that merger and that outflow boundary might have just said no,
yeah,
which is a good thing. I'm not complaining at all. I would
it
rather these
definitely tried doing
supercells
something
fail.
there.
Yep, I would
Yeah.
rather these supercells fail. I bet storm chasers are getting nice lightning shots though.
Yeah, definitely. But actually, I'm gonna pull up
I
the
would
lightning
agree.
counter that I have.
Light.
Oh yeah, yeah, there's a lot. Each plus is a strike that has occurred in the last 20 minutes. I should probably just add that to the graphic at this point.
I hope this supercell is failing its cycles now. Especially with that outflow boundary. It looks done, but it's also having an inflow. I really don't know. This is a weird look. This
Median.
is a weird little supercell. S.
Yeah,
And
it's
before people
definitely coming now.
say, "Oh, the storm is dying," it's 2024. That's not that's my only excuse for these going off this year, storm at this point.
Oh
What?
my god, that is a lot of light. Hold up, I'm gonna send this in the team chat here. That is an
Storm, I said the
extreme
only
amount of
reason why
lightning.
we're getting all of this is because it's 2024. That there's no other way don't I don't know what else to say.
Look at the amount of lightning that this storm is producing. This squall line.
Ooh, velocity getting a tiny bit tighter. Where are you? On that northern rotation, that was kind of doing a damaging winding. Okay, yeah. Kind of trying. There's a tiny little tight area.
Yeah, I
Very
also do
small.
notice that. Uh,
I wonder how this bow echo in Nebraska is gonna do, considering what it's doing already.
we do have some damage reports now. More damage reports. At least 4 houses damaged, possibly a destroyed mobile home for a large, intense tornado that occurred over in Krieta.
Yep.
Man, violent motion.
They're gonna definitely try going tornadic here southwest of Atlas here.
Damage threat is considerable in another severe thunderstorm warning, 1.75 inch hail.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's part of that line that's up here that I just seen get issued? Or is that
I
the
think
southern?
so.
Yeah, we also got on 3.5 inch hail reports east of Madrid on that line. There's also the
Bruh.
same. There's also the same. This is the same line that's producing a lot of lightning.
I am very happy that the supercells in Oklahoma are suddenly behaved for now.
All right. Well,
Won't stay
I'm
the
gonna I'm
same.
gonna head off, guys.
All right, see ya.
See, I gotta go eat.
Ah, yes, lightning party.
Yeah. You see what I sent in coverage?
Yeah.
So do you think the supercell in southwestern
Tornado warning
Oklahoma
canceled.
tornado warning canceled where?
Leon, Texas.
Leon. Okay, so yeah, that's down
Yes.
there.
That's that southern supercell. It's actually weakening a lot. I'm not expecting it to come back. We
And
are down to 2 areas. Nebraska, which is starting to do its damaging wing QLCS tornado, and the Oklahoma moment.
yeah, this Oklahoma area. They also issued a massive severe thunderstorm warning extension out here into Frederick
It's
here.
70 miles an hour. Remember what I said earlier?
Yeah, 70
I
miles an
wouldn't.
hour.
Yep.
At
I
8:25
was
p.m., a
wondering.
68-mile-an-hour wind gust report occurred at the Atlas Mesonet site.
Mm. Remember, I said I wonder if they're going to do 70 mile an hour, and well, there you go.
Yep.
Because that looked damaging wind gust, definitely. So
They
yeah, I was right. It was a constructive merger, but it had an outflow boundary at that moment,
yeah,
so it couldn't use the merger to produce another tornado.
let's zoom
That
out.
is the most lucky timing ever.
Yeah, let's zoom out here so you can get an understanding of what's going on across the country here. And you have those
Yeah, baby supercell in southern Texas. The other
yeah,
one.
we got that one tornado warning storm that just got dropped, so that's not warned anymore. That severe thunderstorm warning over there by Mason, Texas. There's a large area, the supercells here that produced a violent tornado in southwestern Oklahoma, and this developing line over here, that will later turn to a KLCS. if it's not already. That would cause problems tonight into overnight.
We got more hooks developing on the southern supercells, but also it's also kind of in a way. Okay, that was earlier. Okay, we do got a new severe thunderstorm watch.
Where?
Western Iowa, extreme northern Kansas, central to eastern Nebraska, and extreme South Dakota. Effective all the way to 4 a.m. in the morning.
Say again.
Central.
Say again. Tonight and overnight, severe weather event up there again. Have your phones charged. Have a way to get warnings if you're in that area.
Widespread damaging winds and isolated significant gusts to 85 miles per hour likely. Okay. That if this story if the line on how many miles is it from the line to central Iowa? If we need to calculate that real quick. I don't want to say derecho possible yet until I know the mileage. Because that screams a little bit derecho potential in a way. Scattered large hail and isolated very large hail events 2.5 inches in diameter possible. A tornado or two possible. I would say a couple of tornadoes.
Yeah, again, these kinds of lines are known for producing very quick spin-up tornadoes.
Yes! Tornado warning cancels for Oklahoma, even though we still need to watch them. That is great news.
Yeah, that's good.
I still am not convinced those supercells are done, though. I'm not convinced.
Yeah, again, we'll keep an eye on those over the next hour or so.
Well, I mean, time to look at a line. Let's see if they still have their tornado warnings.
Yeah, we still do. In fact, that's where we only have our 2 remaining tornado warnings at. In fact, we got someone trying to kick up over here near Hayes Center that's still warned.
I want to see. Can we calculate the miles real quick from that line to
Yes, let's go ahead and do that.
the central Iowa? I want to see how far that is before I make any assumption.
Yeah, again, that rotating storm will make its way towards Highway 25, south of Wallace. Now it's starting to go into northern Hayes County.
Especially if it gets a rear inflow jet. I'm very curious what it will do. Calculation. I want a mile calculator. Google Map calculator. I've used this distant calculator before, even though it's. Let's measure this. Where's the line? Now? Nebraska. We're in Nebraska. It's right I'm trying to measure this really carefully. So
Yeah.
basically approaching north. Yeah, so a little bit southeast of. Okay. And how's the enhanced shape? Okay, got it. All right, here we go. Let's calculate this from here. Oh, I really hope this calculator doesn't become annoying because I gotta really. That is a distance of. If it showed me here. No, this Google calculator is awful. I'm sorry. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I'm just currently trying to see if we can get any views out there.
Oh, I found a better one. Okay, let's do our measurement again. Let's go to Central Des Moines. That is about Tyler.
Yeah.
The line has already went 75 miles and apparently 382 miles of enhanced risk. If we get severe inflow jet. Also, your mic is being a little. Your mic is being dumb.
My mic. I know. I'm trying to fix it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's about 382 miles. So if it gets a rear inflow jet, it's possible. It's not good. I don't think it's going to, but the miles are certainly possible. And the watch of isolated 85 likely. That's pretty.
Okay, does my mic
That,
no longer sound like it's dying?
yeah, it's fine now.
Because I
But
was
like I was
moving
gonna
it, that's
say, yeah,
why.
it sounds derecho. That doesn't mean it's going to be a derecho. But it is the distance of the enhanced risk is about 382 miles.
Yeah.
So it's not, how do I say? It's really close. And with some of the warnings we saw today, it already traveled 52 miles. So if it gets an inflow jet and if it can sustain itself another 380 miles, it might have a chance of going derecho. That doesn't mean it will, by the way. That just means that the criterias are getting there. But
Oh,
we'll
wait.
see what happens overnight with the evolution.
Yeah, by the way, tornado warning now including Trenton and Stratton.
Where?
Nebraska, the very southern
Oh
part of the
yeah, that
line.
that continuation of a tornado warning. Is that our only? No, we got two in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Well, those are our only two. I expect another one from Oklahoma if those mergers go well for it.
Alrighty, so I found a traffic camera now. This is out of McCook, Nebraska, where we have that southern part of the line moving through. In fact, that southern part of the line is actually tornado warned. Let me make sure that this is not behind, too behind or anything. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is good. But yeah, you can see a lot of lightning flashes there. And it froze up. How did it freeze up already? Hold up.
All right, Tyler, I'm going to
Go to bed or
go
something?
go for now. I'll come back. If
Yeah, if we're
anything.
still alive by then yeah.
All right, I'll see you later.
Alright, see ya. So yeah, right now, the main focus now is going to be tracking this line as it moves eastward. But you can see a lot of lightning activity out there. This is out of McCook, Nebraska. And we're going to have that line go on through. You can see some of those rain curtains as well as they're making their way through. As they're about to make their way through. Yeah, as that gets closer and closer, we'll be tracking that. Keep in mind that again the radar will glitch out at times. That is mainly because uh we haven't really set things up here with this new update here, but that should be fixed by the time we do the Saturday stream. But yeah, right now we had that tornado warning over there by Trenton is now observed. It is a weather spotter confirmed tornado. So yeah, seek shelter now. I'm going to go ahead and rename the stream here because we're kind of out of that emergency mode. So let's go ahead and change that out. But yeah, right now we do have that tornado warned storm over there. McCook is over here. That's where we have our cameras available. And currently, the severe thunderstorm warning is warned for 70-mile-per-hour wind gust up here. So yeah, this line has 3 different tornado warnings. 2 of them are observed. Actually, 1 is observed. Again, GR2 has that glitch again. But yeah, this entire line, top to bottom, is under a severe thunderstorm warning. So yeah, this will be a problem throughout tonight into the overnight hours. So again, make sure you have your phones charged and have a way to get get an alert. Again, and I'm also going to change some of our headlines here since the that kind of tornado threat that we were looking at seems to be over now. And we're going to change our headlines here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, time is nearly 9 o'clock p.m. You're watching the Skies live coverage at this time. So yeah, this line over here to the west is under a 70-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning. The one over by Hayes Center is one for golf ball size tail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. There is also that tornado warning in effect, and for this large large severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-size tail. In fact, that tornado warning just got extended just southwest of Maxwell. It does include the interstate there. That includes Interstate 80 between mile markers 184 and 186. It's going to be moving east at 20 miles an hour and will be in effect till 9:30 p.m. Central Time. And I'm going to see if I can change the thumbnail as well before we go on. No, I can't do that. Oh, actually, yeah, I can. Well, actually, we'll just keep it like that for now. Because I can't go into Paint to make a Paint.net and make a new one. But yeah, right now we do have that tornado tornado warning storm that we're tracking over here near Trenton. And zooming out real quick, again, all those storms down there are still under a severe thunderstorm warning. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning down there in Texas as well. And yeah, that's from East Duke all the way to Frederick. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts on the one near Frederick. 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for the one near Hendrick. 3-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Atlas, Humphrey, Elmer, and OC. Horribly butchered that, but those are the towns there. Tennis ball size, 10 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well for the one including East Duke. And it looks like someone is leaving, so that should be dropped at any moment. And again, we do have a few flash flood warnings down there, mainly because of how slow those storms are moving. And the only other area that we have apart from those areas is this small severe thunderstorm warning over here east of Hayesville in North Carolina for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-size tail moving east at 35. So let's now go back to our traffic camera that we have out there in Hayes here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it pulled back, get it back in sync. Yep, there is a live view out there out of McCook as we have those storms that are going to make its way through. Again, this is along a line, and there is 2 severe thunderstorm watches respectively for this line for it to produce potentially up to 85-mile-per-hour winds. As you can see, a lot of lightning activity. You can see that shelf cloud in the background as this storm will get closer and closer here to the city of McCook. Yeah, we actually got ample crawlers that just happened when we turned away. So let's go back here. to this line of storms here. We're now down to 3 tornado warnings, which seems that is pretty much the average here. But again, on top of the damaging wind gusts, spin up tornadoes are very common and stuff like this. So again, if you do get that tornado warning, you need to seek shelter now. And in fact, if you're in a severe thunderstorm warning, you should treat it as a tornado from how strong these winds can get here. And if you were here recently, we tracked the derecho in Kansas, where we saw really dangerous conditions out there. So yeah, just quick update here. They have dropped the tornado warning down there over by Trenton. Over a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts is likely, and penny-sized hail. But yeah, they have added a tornado possible to that severe thunderstorm warning down there. Yeah, that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, right now we do have that on rotation there. It's gonna be making its way towards the highway. We're gonna get you the road information here as soon as possible. So yeah, that's gonna be approaching on Highway 83. Into just south. Now that'll remain just south of North Paulette, so I wouldn't be worried about that tornado. But again, you might have some damaging wind gusts moving through the area, but I don't think it will be too strong. But yeah, right now we're going to be tracking this line as it moves through McCook here. We're going to go to the other radar site that's more concentrated on this storm system. You can see how that yeah, so with that tornado that was on the ground, they have since dropped it, but now you can see it's kind of trying to form itself into a hook shape. There's no rotation on velocity, however. But again, this will be powering towards McCook here. Again, these storms are going to be moving east at 35 miles an hour. And now we're down to 1 tornado warning, as they've dropped that tornado warning for pretty much rural areas out there. Yeah, let's go back to our traffic camera that we have out there, and McCook. Let me go ahead and get it lined back up, since it's one of those cameras that you need to refresh on a bit if you've stayed away from it for a while. Let's go back there. And it's just crossed over to 9. So yeah, again, right now that is a live view out of McCook. Again, we have a lot of lightning activity. You can see that shelf cloud in the background. Camera actually kind of shaked a bit. Yeah, we're currently looking at the severe warning storm that had 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's still warned for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and produced a brief spin-up tornado confirmed by weather spotters. See, again, it's best that unless it's an emergency or something, I wouldn't be going out. But if you're driving, just be very careful. And if it gets too dangerous out there, you need to pull into a sturdy shelter or pull over to the side of the road and duck under the windows until this passes you. This isn't one of those situations where you need to pull up immediately into a sturdy shelter. But again, it's 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some hail. So again, you got to be really careful with this thing. Regardless. But yeah, it is semi-advised that you just pull into a sturdy shelter from this, just in case if conditions get dangerous. But if you need to keep driving, then again, be careful out there. And if it gets too dangerous, just pull over to the side of the road. There is no observed tornado. So again, you can there's currently no observed tornado warning at this time. That one just got dropped. So far you don't need to worry about tornadoes on that front. But again, tornadoes can spin up very quickly, so we'll let you know if you need to seek shelter immediately. But you should not be going outside and viewing it when this patch is over. I mean, right now this is still out of McCook right now, so if you want to see some lightning producing by this, as you can see, then you can. But you can right now. But again, soon you need to stay inside. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that was a really big anvil crawler right there. But yeah, stay inside. Stay away from the windows. Again, you might also have a brief amount of time to bring in some loose objects that could easily be flung by these winds. Yeah, and this is a lightning show right here. Never seen on the traffic camera. I'm gonna have that right there for just a little bit longer. Alright, let's go back now. So yeah, right now, as you can see, yeah, that hook is really trying to get together, but right now, no warning yet, and there is no sense of rotation yet. And again, it's these notches here, and the fact that this is kind of a broken up kind of line in some of these areas that is very concerning, because that's when you can have an increased probability of those more stronger-ish tornadoes. And again, right now, like strong tornadoes, they're not the main threat, but again, you can easily have one that quickly spins up. And we've seen that happen before. So again, yeah, it's best that you stay indoors. If you have the sun moving towards you, if you're in places like Hoberston, going up to Maywood with Fleet, and then going all the way up to Maxwell and North Paulette, you're next in line, and you need to get inside, stay away from the windows as the storm passes over you. And okay, so they have gone ahead and issued that tornado warning in effect, and it looks like that rotation is starting to ball up now. That includes McCook, Trenton, and Cumberston. It's going to be moving to the east at 40 miles an hour for a tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. See, again, that is a tornado warning in effect until 9:45 p.m. Central Time, moving east at 40 miles an hour. So yeah, let's go back to the traffic camera again. And this is facing directly at the storm that we've been looking at. Yeah, we're going to get that loaded here. And it looks like they changed the angle on it. So yeah, they did change the angle on it. So this is no longer looking directly at the storm. We'll see if they tilt it back, pan it back to the storm there. But I think there's... Oh, yep, there we go. So yeah, that's a live view out there of that now tornado-warned storm. So scratch everything I was saying there. You need to get to a sturdy shelter, as again, that does have a history of producing tornadoes. And yeah, that hook for a storm like this looks pretty gnarly. So yeah, it's currently switching back and forth between looking at the storm and not looking at it. So we'll see if they decide to change it back again. And yeah, now the northern one is now observed. So yeah, that tornado warning to the north is now an observed tornado warning over North Paulette and Maxwell. So let's go switch up to this northern radar here to get a better angle at it. It's going to be warned until 9:30 p.m. Central Time. That is a weather spotter confirmed tornado. And yeah, right now that's going to be approaching on highway. It's going to be approaching on Highway 83. We'll cross that highway here soon. And yeah, the Interstate 80 is also in that. Just barely. And for your mile markers, for Highway 83, that includes mile markers 66 and 77, and Interstate 80 between mile markers 184 and 186. And that is a confirmed tornado. On top of the tornado, there is also quarter-sized hail falling as well. Let's go ahead and show you where that tornado is. Where that red square is where that tornado is located. and that's currently moving to the east there. And that's gonna be moving again. That's gonna be moving due east at about. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, moving due east at 30 miles an hour. So if you're on Highway 83, there's not really much you can pull into from what I can see on the satellite. So it's best that you pull over on the side of the road, duck beneath the windows if there is no ditch available, and use something to protect yourself. And yeah, there's a confirmed tornado on the ground by weather spotters. Let's go back to the one to the south. We have that tornado warning in effect, and that includes McCook. I'm gonna see if I can and the camera is kind of fading in and out right now. And yep, there goes the camera. We'll see if they can fix it there, but yeah, that one's gone. That was the camera over there by McCook. Don't know what happened to it. But yeah, that is a tornado warning, including McCook. This rotation should be making its way dangerously close to McCook if it makes it there. That just passed over Trenton. Should remain just south of Culbertson, but keep in mind you are in a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour wind gust and golf ball sized hail. And you can see that kind of like hook/knot shape east of Trenton. That's where we have a rotation there, and that should be making its way eventually towards Highway 17 south of Culbertson, and then after that it should approach on Highway 83 south of McCook. However, I do think this might get dangerously close to McCook based off its direction it's going. So if it stays there on its current track, that should either scrape the southern outskirts of McCook or just barely miss it to the south. And again, that's if it keeps going on its current trajectory. Okay, so I was looking back on the stream there. And my mic just decided to completely die. Wait, hold up. Yeah, my mic just decided to completely die. How long did that last? Okay, let's go ahead and check how long that lasted, because I do not know what just happened. Okay, yeah, that's better. And right now, in line, and you need mile marker 67. Wait, hold on, let me turn off desktop audio, because I need to review this. I do not know what happened, folks. Yeah, something went very wrong. Okay, so yeah, it just looks like... Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna use my other mic from now on. Okay, so yeah, look, it looks like we had some major audio issues. That sounded like an atomic bomb. Jesus. Okay, so yeah, we're back now. Let me just make sure this actually works. I thought I was gonna switch away. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hopefully that does not happen again. Jesus. Okay, so back to what we were tracking here. We do got a new severe thunderstorm warning over by Stockville, Cordis, Maywood, and Moorfield. And here, let me go in and put away my old mic here. Yeah, because we're not using that for the rest of the night until I can figure out what's going on with that. It's moving east at 35 miles an hour. Will be in effect until 10:15 p.m. Central Time. And we also got that severe thunderstorm warning including Maxwell and Brady for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So yeah, right now the time is 9:14 p.m. We did have some brief major audio issues, but everything has been resolved, and I do apologize for that. Okay, so let's go back to our camera out there by McCook, Nebraska. That's on the southern part of the line. And they still have it. Wait, let me go and get it pulled up. Okay, yeah, they still have it away from the main storm itself. But you can still see some of the flashes there even when it's not facing it. And I think they're just doing it so that way it doesn't get soaked in the rain. So yeah, see that was a live view out of McCook right now. Again, before they were facing it at the storm, but they're not anymore. But we'll switch to there from time to time, as this storm is now over Culbertson. McCook will be next in that part of the line. Maywood is starting to be hit now. Curtis will be next in line. Well, Fleet is starting to be hit as well. There's kind of a gap here that I noticed. So this area, not too concerned about so far until it either regenerates, if it does that. But yeah, right now it seems like that on rotation there over by Southwestern Maxwell is redeveloping. We're gonna switch the other radar to get a better angle at it. But yeah, Maxwell will be next in line for that QLCS. Yeah, that rotation that was being picked up seems to be now east of the Highway 83, and now that should be making its way on that should be making its way slowly towards Brady here. The thing about these is that these normally die pretty quickly, so we do not know if it will make it to Brady, Nebraska. But yeah, right now that should just remain over the rural areas of east central Lincoln County. Okay, let's go ahead and oh, okay. Hold up. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to see if the old mic that I used is still broken. Yeah, I'm kind of multitasking, but let's go back to the McCook camera in the meantime. See, if you look above you, I'm pretty sure on the if you look on the top of the camera, you can see that shelf. I think that's about to be moving through. Again, they're not panning it at the storm, so I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, they do have those lightning flashes that you saw, and the camera just briefly froze. So again, that camera will likely be coming in and out here, but we'll if it comes back online, then we'll have it available. Looks like we do have some rotation that I was trying to kick up over here, but that could be a side lobe, which is very common with stuff like this. But we'll see if the National Weather Service agrees with that. But yeah, that's actually a comma head that's forming. So in fact, they might actually warn that. See, there's a comma head that's starting to form there east of Hayes Center. And you can actually see a pretty powerful gust front that's moving its way towards Brewster too. Brewster. Going back south, those severe thunderstorm warnings over there. We do also have a flash flood report over there by Atlas. But yeah, right now we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Snyder for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 2-inch hail. Let's see if we can And by the way, as this gets closer to Lawton, if it makes it there and it's still warned, we should have a live view out of there. So let's go back to the one over there in Nebraska now, as this gets closer and closer. Okay. Okay, okay, so there we go. Okay, so yeah, we do have those, we do have that tornado warning storm that's still moving its way towards Culbertson. That's the rotation that's still warned. Okay, if I can get that back. Yeah, again, we're currently switching to a new system here. It's not finished yet and that's the reason why we didn't go live. But again, there is a violent tornado that forced us to go live. So again, if stuff breaks, then that's why, because we're still trying to implement a new system here. And it's still like very work in progress. So sometimes the radar might disappear a bit. And if it does, it should come back automatically in like 2 seconds. Yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can get something here. But by the way, that rotation will be making its way towards Highway 17. And it should start raining here on the camera as that storm will be making its way through. See, a new observed tornado warning now in effect. Wait, let me make sure this is observed because DR2 has a glitch sometimes. Moving east at 20 miles an hour. That will last until 10 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And that does include Brady, Nebraska. So Brady, it's time to go to shelter. And yeah, they did issue a tornado warning for that comma head out here. Gonna be moving to the east at 15 miles an hour, and that will be in effect on 9:45 p.m. Central Time. And that should remain mostly over rural areas of eastern Hayes and western Stockville counties, respectively. See, right now that rotation just crossed the highway down there, and to be exact, that would be Highway 17, and now this should be approaching on McCook. And yeah, see, this is going to get dangerously close to southern McCook, so just seek shelter now. If you're in McCook, you're under a tornado warning, and damaging wind gusts is also another main threat. We also did get a damaging wind gust report of a flipped pivot. That's from a Twitter photo, which I could probably go search for that here soon. But really quickly, I just want to get another view out of McCook. I wish they panned it back. This isn't the best of views anymore, and there's no other camera in McCook that I can find. But yeah, there it is. That is going to be moving towards McCook right now. You can see that the lightning activity starting to increase. And they do have it panned away, probably to protect it from the rain that's going to happen here. Yeah, that's like that's probably producing a lightning show. In fact, I want to go back real quick and show you the lightning activity that we have. Again, each one of those pluses is a lightning strike that has occurred in the last 20 minutes. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, of lightning activity with these storms. And although with this it doesn't show an exact number, this is easily well over 100 to 200 strikes. Like, well over that. If I had to make a quick guess on how much there is on this being shown on the screen. Okay. Let's go ahead and, if I can I get that, camera in a multi-box? Yes, I can. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get that, pulled up. Go and rename. So I'll keep a close eye on that camera, make sure it doesn't freeze up again. But yeah, that is a live view out of McCook, as we're gonna have that line go straight through. There's no severe thunderstorm warning on it, surprisingly, despite the tornado warning. For wind anyway. But yeah, right now that's gonna be moving towards McCook, and also I just forgot that they don't issue stuff like that because tornado warning overrides severe thunderstorm warning. Just, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, that's gonna be that's also one for ping pong sized tail, by the way. And yeah, as that that's pretty broad rotation now. If it still exists, that's gonna be moving its way towards McCook. But again, seek shelter now. Large hail and damaging winds have been observed. Which way is that storm moving? Norton, Kansas. Yeah, Norton, Kansas. Based off the way I can see it, you might get hit by the southern part of that line, the very southern tip, which, that's not, I don't think it's going to be too strong when it gets there. Right now, one of my storm team members said that's going to be mainly going to start turning more eastward. But yeah, I do expect, I mean, you can see on the camera on the bottom right, you can see a lot of lightning activity. That's out of McCook. However, I do want to point out that in Atwood, that's kind of near the storm here, they measured 50 miles an hour. Yeah, there's a lot of lightning activity now. See, I feel like, so again, now not only in northern Kansas, but just northern Kansas in general, if we pull this up, they are in a severe thunderstorm watch. So, again, with the sheer amount of lightning activity and the wind speeds we're getting right now, I do expect, by the time it gets to Norton, for it to be a pretty gusty out there. And it's something that you definitely shouldn't be outside for. Even without the wind, because, I mean, again, like, each plus there is a lightning that has occurred in the last 20 minutes. And keep in mind that from personal experience, this actually kind of underestimates the lightning here. So there's probably way more than what's being shown right now. Because I'm getting lightning on the bottom right like once or twice every 1 to 2 seconds. And that rotation there seems to be trying to redevelop there as it's trying to approach McCook now. And something I also do notice is that it's also starting to form up here on the southern part of the line. So yeah, I do expect some thunderstorms over Norton. I don't think it's going to be where we're going to have the strongest winds, though. But I do expect some thunderstorms over there. I think where we're going to have a really bad wind speed is going to be right in the middle of this line as it approaches on Stockville. Maybe in the middle part of this line as it continues moving eastward. Okay, here we go. So, yep, there is. So, the main part of that line is now going to go through McCook here. Won't be shocked if we start seeing some rainfall there, and that lightning is going off the charts that we're seeing right now. See, we're now down to 3 tornado warnings. Let's see which ones did they drop here? They dropped the one that was for... Oh, yeah, so yeah, they dropped the one that was south of North Platte. So, we still have our 3 warned storms here, or along this line. And in fact, a tornado report just came in. Let's go ahead and read that out. No, there's no notes added. It's just a public tornado. So yeah, that tornado south of Maxwell, 9 miles southwest of Maxwell, is still on the ground, and that will approach Brady, Texas. Kind of a little bit shocked by that, considering normally these kinds of tornadoes, they form very fast, and then they dissipate very fast. Like, they're very brief. However, there's been very rare examples of where it can be very powerful. I mean, I think the Greenfield tornado we had a few days ago was a part of a line, like a line-ish kind of system. And that one got rated EF4. Dunny, Colorado had an estimated 118 miles an hour. Yeah, I didn't see that, actually. Well, I wasn't really tracking the weather yesterday because I had a lot of stuff going on in the background, but that's really interesting to know. And yeah, and this gust front down here, that's actually producing pretty major winds. 50 miles an hour from that gust front, you can see along that kind of like bluish line. And normally you don't see gust fronts that strong. And again, I can see why they put northern Kansas, that some of those counties in northern Kansas under that watch, because again, those storms are starting to fire up there. Okay, we're about to see this go through McCook here. It looks like it's still rotating, but very broadly. Dundee County. Wait, let me see where that is again, because again, sometimes those mountains can like really pick up the winds. It's been a very long time since I tracked anything there. Oh, Dundee County, Nebraska. Well, that's the only one they're listing. For some reason, I thought you meant Dundee, Colorado, because of the CO. So yeah, my bad. Yeah, that's crazy though. Wait, actually, I remember seeing that. But yeah, right now, let's go ahead and I actually want to take that camera full for a second, concerning how that's about to go right through McCook here, and get that turned off. Yeah, see, I'm gonna take that full for just a second here, because sometimes you can see stuff like power flashes on here. And again, if that lighting activity, you can see all those flashes, like that's easily producing well over 100 strikes per hour. Like well over. And yeah, that's a very intense storm in that case, because again, lightning that strong is normally an indicator of a pretty powerful storm. And yeah, again, if this was facing directly at the storm here, because right now, before they have it pointing westbound, and now they have it pointing east, and I think I see something rotating on the top right there. It looks like something's rotating up there. Again, they're not panning directly at it, so I can't be sure. But it looks like there looks like there's something rotating right there. And keep in mind, we do have a tornado warning there. Yeah, that is that is rotation. So yeah, that is a live view of that wall cloud on the top right, as that's going through southern McCook. And that is, yeah, so again, they're not panning at it, so I can't see if there's like anything like a funnel or a tornado on the grounds, but that is certainly rotating. You can see how it's moving there. Yeah, this is gonna be bearing down on McCook here. And this is the only live view that we have so far because of how rural this is. That this area generally is. And yeah, and I think this camera is about 30 seconds behind because again of the because of delays and stuff, but yeah, it doesn't really make much of a difference. I also want to keep in mind that I cannot read chat right now as I'm watching this because I have this full screen. So if I can find my phone, I can probably read chat here. 'Cause I honestly forgot where I put it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that play out for just a second here. I'm gonna go quickly get my phone so I can read chat here because I know we have someone out there that's in that severe weather threat. Okay, I found it. And yeah, that is gone. Yeah, those conditions are really destabilized. And yeah, there it is. Massive flash on the left. You can see you could see that bolt there clear as day. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Yeah, this is really currently it says this is warned for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and now it's starting to go near complete whiteout. And also there is a 1.5-inch hail also on top of the tornado, which we've seen that. And we're going to keep this full here for just a little bit longer, and then we'll have this on a multi-box as we check radar again. And I won't be shocked if we had a view facing back, if we had any power flashes, because that would have been looking directly at downtown. Considering how strong these winds I'm seeing are. Yeah, on your right, you can't even see anything anymore. That is very intense winds moving through. That is also, again, I still can't check, which actually we're gonna quickly go back to the radar so I can get this on the multi-box. I'm gonna quickly get that as soon as I can. I can. Okay, there. I think it should show up. There we go. Yeah, there it is. That is going to be going through McCook here. And it looks like, according to the radar, it's only beginning for you people in McCook. So again, stay inside, because again, these conditions are really dangerous. It's near whiteout out there. I'm going to zoom out here, and you have those storms that are firing to the south that will eventually might go through Norton here. Norton, Kansas. Yeah, look, zooming out, I'm going to see if we still have that tornado warning. Yeah, that tornado warning is still in effect. And ahead of it, again, we don't have any more live views after this, so this is pretty much as best we're going to get here. And currently, we're going to see if we got any, because I know there's an airport there that might be able to give us an idea of how strong those winds truly are. So let's go ahead and get that pulled up. As you can see on the bottom right, that is a live view out of McCook. It's only delayed by about, like, less than 30 seconds now. So yeah, right now, it doesn't look like they have updated it yet. Again, they normally update, I think they only update once every hour though. So let's see if we can get something that's more up to date. But yeah, in the meantime, let's go ahead and go back to the radar and pull up our lightning counter there. Again, see, that's kind of what I mean here. I mean, on the bottom right, you can see a lightning pretty much every second, like multiple times a second. And on the left, which those pluses indicate a lightning strike in the last 20 minutes, it looks like there's barely anything. So yeah, if that is underestimated, I mean, you can see how much there is here. So that could easily be double there. So yeah, again, this is very likely reducing a lightning show. And let's go ahead and see if we can get the Okay, so yeah, see, I got a more up-to-date one. So yeah, they only updated at 9:36 p.m. Right, yeah, at the next update it should be a lot higher, but right now I think that's right before the storm hit. 35 miles an hour at the airport, and that camera has frozen up. And yeah, there's that new severe thunderstorm warning for McCook, Cedar Bluffs. Hold on, let me see what this is for again. 70 mile per hour wind gust and ping pong sized tail. So yeah, they've added back that 70 miles an hour. Moving east at 40 miles an hour. That will be in effect till 10:30 p.m. Central Time. And yep, that camera froze up. So sometimes it could just be because, oh yeah, it went down. Yeah, let me go and show you. Yeah, that camera just went down. So that was probably gonna be the last image we can show you out of McCook. And right now we're going to zoom out here. I'm going to see if anything has happened in terms of new warnings in that meantime. Again, we have that rotating storm. Let's go. I actually want to go back to the northern radar here to get a better look. Yeah, definitely a power outage. In fact, let's go ahead and check poweroutage.us. And again, yeah, from that derecho in Texas, they still have power outages. Over here, 610 out of Rawlins County. But let's go to Nebraska here. Oh, virtually everyone is out in Dual County. There's only 2 people left that does not have any power. Those lucky 2 people. You see, we won't know for sure the true number because they don't because a lot of these areas they don't track how many outages there are there. But yeah, that has to be from a power outage, like you said. Considering how much lightning activity there was, and from the winds that's being warned for, and now we're down to 1 warning, 1 tornado warning. That's that observed one by Brady. And yeah, that rotation is pretty much done, so they're probably going to drop that too. And from the sheer amount of stuff that's here, it's hard to find the radar site again. There we go. Again, I wish with this, because I had to add this on to the radar here. This doesn't show automatically. I wish it could show you the true amount of strikes here. With that new system we're installing, we're gonna have a lot more things added, so that probably should be fixed by then. And that's also why the radar keeps kind of disappearing at times, but I haven't seen it disappear in a while. But yeah, right now that tornado warning was dropped, so that's good news. For the people in McCook and areas around, you're currently right in the middle of it, but things should start calming down soon. I'm gonna slowly zoom up here so you can see which areas are ahead here of this line. I'm gonna slowly zoom up here. So like places like Bartley, going up to Stockville. Wouldn't really worry about I wouldn't really worry too much about stuff up here because it looks like the line's kind of breaking up there. So it's not gonna be too much of a problem damaging wind wise, but we still have that tornado warning in effect. And I highly doubt that's a rotation there, considering how high we're scanning the atmosphere. And we're scanning about 17,000 feet. Which, at that height, that's when radar data becomes very inaccurate. But yeah, the main part of the line is obviously going to be right here. And again, we should be live for a little bit longer here, up until the 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock. Because at some point I do have to sleep here, and again, there's no team members that can carry over. Yeah, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in so far. See, I'm gonna quickly see if we can get anything out there, because again, this is a very, very rural part, and yeah, I just saw the radar disappear again on the playback. Wait, no, that was very early on, okay. Okay, let me make sure it doesn't disappear. Wait, I think we got it back. Yep, we got it back somehow. So the McCook radar, I mean, traffic camera came back online now. I'm probably just gonna put that in a multi-box for now as I look for another camera that's closer by. So let me go and get that route. Let me go and get that set up. Sure. Okay, there we go. So we do have that camera back now, but they're now on the ending part of the line. Let's see if we can get anything up ahead. Because most of the cameras that are up ahead are image by image. So they're not real-time video. And some of these don't even have yeah, like so some of these are completely darkened out because it's nighttime over there. And the radar disappeared again, which again, that system is still being put in place, and again, that should not be a problem by Saturday when we stream for that event. Yeah, I'm going to turn off some of the clutter that we have here so you can get a better view of that line of storms as I try to see if we can get anything else out there. I doubt it, because again, this is a very rural part of Kansas. Oh, there's more places that are even ruraler than this. Let me see if the airport has updated. That would be the McCook airport there. Dang it! It looks like it's peaked at around wind gusts of 40 miles an hour, which is not as strong as I thought it was compared to what it was warned for, but yeah, it looks like it peaked at around 40 miles an hour at 9:36 p.m. And that could gust back up there because again, the recent one that they have is 10 minutes ago, so that still hasn't updated yet. So again, that's not live by any means. Yeah, it looks like the so far the storm looks like it is now leaving McCook now. Yeah, that's good. It's still gonna rain there and thunder a lot. Well, I mean, like out of the storm, if you look to your east, you'll probably easily see the lightning show. If you people in McCook want to do that, when this line passes you. And because again, there's a lot of lightning activity. But tornado-wise, okay, let's go ahead and look ahead since we don't have that much time left. Looking ahead overnight, I do expect these storms to make its way to the east. I'm gonna zoom out here so you can that severe thunderstorm watch that they have in effect. I do expect the potential for a few spin-up tornadoes still, because these lines are very well known for doing that. Damaging winds, obviously. That's going to be the primary threat into the overnight hours. And some large hail could also happen, but hail is obviously not the main threat. Flash flooding, don't worry about flash flooding. These storms are going to be moving pretty fast. But yeah, that's basically what's going to happen overnight. So again, have those phones charged just in case the power goes out, and have a way to be able to get warned if you're in that watch there. Which I will zoom in real quick so the cities show, so you know who's in and who's out of that watch. I'm going to switch to that radar so those cities show up. See, again, it's a lot of stuff to read out, so if I'm not reading out all of it here, I'm just going to go in and go around the area here so you can see all those watches that are shaded there. Yeah, I think that's probably where we'll wrap things up because again, I do have to go now since there's something very important being brought up here. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. This has been watching the storms, watching for everything. Good night.